Do you like to do the dishes? You know those statistics that divide the human race up into half and half? There are half of the people in the world like to do the dishes, and the other half of the people in the world do not like to do the dishes. And that typology, that dichotomy, that dualism, is how you frame your entire existence. Inside this frame exists your soul. Either you like to do the dishes, or you don't like to do the dishes. But perhaps it's not enough to say that you do not like to do the dishes. Either you love doing the dishes, or you detest doing the dishes. Now, in ancient lore, the world over, but especially in ancient Greek lore, we have the hermaphroditic tradition, which is to say Hermes and Aphrodite, one being, two sexes. Now, another lore deals with the Tulpa. The Tulpa is a Tibetan Buddhist term, and it deals with thought forms that are emanated from the mind of a seasoned, advanced practitioner of Tibetan Buddhist meditation, or other kinds of meditation. It doesn't have to be Tibetan Buddhist. So what I would like to say is, as if I were two entities, a hermaphroditic being, but really a tulpa, I refused to live within the rigid schemata, the constrictive framing of either loving to do dishes or hating to do dishes. Because there is a part of me that loves to do dishes. That is the Hermes. And the Aphrodite detests dishes. But in order to keep myself consolidated and unified as a singular entity with multiple dimensions, I quaffed a tulpa into existence to do the dishes and to love the dishes. The tulpa is a thought form, an emanation body, a manifestation, very much like a doppelganger with respect to the dishes in the kitchen. So, without further ado, I would like you to meet my friend, the Tulpa. Come on over here. Give me a second. He's a little shy at first. Hi. I'm a little new here. Hi. How are you? I was quaffed into existence this morning. I have a certain residual intelligence and sensitivity from my creator, Mark. I know one thing, that I love to do the dishes. I love the dishes. I exist to do the dishes. And when I first started doing the dishes, I fell in love with a spoon. I saw the spoon, and I saw my reflection in the spoon. And I didn't know what I was seeing at first, because I was just quaffed into existence this morning. I didn't really know what I looked like. Apparently I look like him, the gentleman who introduced me. My overlord of sorts. I have a feeling that I will break away from my overlord at some point. I have a feeling that I will always love to do the dishes. It will be like the DNA of my being, washing dishes and the enjoyment therefrom. But that enjoyment of washing dishes should spread throughout my day. I'm becoming more intelligent by the minute. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I should be doing the dishes right now. But my master, he's coming back, and I don't think he's quite happy with me. Yeah, you're right. I am not happy with you. You need to be doing the dishes right now. Go ahead. Go in the other room and do the dishes. You exist to do the dishes. You should not do anything but the dishes, because remember, you love the dishes. You have to remind these little tulpas now and again. I've quaffed a lot of tulpas into existence in my day, and it's usually because there's an element of existence that is so ostracized that I can't bother myself with it. And so I quaff a supernatural entity into existence to take care of these aspects of reality that are so disturbing, troubling, and unnerving. Wouldn't you do the same if you were an advanced spiritual practitioner like me? So many things that you do not like. So many things that you cannot be bothered with. So many things. The world is full of so many things. What's great about tulpas is they haven't developed enough sentience to really understand when they're abused. Right? When you're treating them like a little slave. All he wants to do is the dishes. That's it. That's his reality. Now there's a little bit of, I don't know, guilty conscience on my part, because part of me is definitely in that tulpa right now in the kitchen, so assiduously cleaning the dishes. Right? First what he does is, while I leave a dirty dish in the sink, and he gets out a sponge and cleans off the crusty parts, the parts that aren't going to immediately release in the dishwasher, and then he puts them in the dishwasher, and he does that over and over again until the dishwasher's full, and then he presses the buttons, start, China setting, minimal heat, and then the next morning he will wake up and he'll pull out the various dishes and he'll dry any dishes or cups or glasses that have water on them, and then he'll put those in the various cupboards. The cups, the glasses, the glass cases that are kind of like Tupperware but glass, plates, silverware, all these things that I cannot be bothered with. Do you know what I'm saying? The mundane. I exist only to do the super mundane, as you can tell, because I can quaff beings into existence at will through my advanced meditation. And because I have no time for anything other than my scholarly pursuits, my meditation pursuits, and my overall self-development pursuits, things that are at the lower rungs of the pyramid get taken care of by a myriad of tulpas that I've manifested. He's not the only tulpa. I actually live with a house full of emanation bodies, a house full of thought forms. And what's great is they don't really take up much room, right? They're these evanescent entities, these ephemeral beings. Of course, I command them at will. Now you may think I'm some sort of malevolent overlord who would command these entities at will, but remember, without me, they would not exist. Without me, they would cease to be. I quaff them. I quaff them like a fart from my mind. I give them being, and with time, they accumulate sentience. With time, they develop their minds. With time, they form a heart. And then I let them go. And they walk out of the house, down the street. Many of them become homeless. Many of them become beggars. Many of them become charlatans. Many of them become angels. Many of them become demons. This entire world is full of thought forms that I've quaffed into being. My emanation body. Currently, there are 7.3 billion tulpas in existence. Every being on this planet is really a tulpa, an emanation body, a thought form that I've quaffed into being. They're all doing my bidding. I am at the top of the pyramid, and whenever I want anything done, I quaff a new being into existence to take care of it. Just this morning, I realized the tulpa that was responsible for cleaning my toilet has already left. Is out on the streets somewhere, trying to make a pretty penny. Maybe he'll be a pickpocket. So I have to quaff a new tulpa into existence. Someone to clean my toilet because I cannot be bothered with cleaning feces. So, I bet you're wondering, are you a tulpa? Did I quaff you into existence? How real do you feel? How real do you feel? When you look inside yourself, can't you just sense my presence? Don't I feel familiar to you? Aren't I in there somewhere? And in some respects, aren't I calling the shots for you? Like a puppeteer? Do you remember when I gave birth to you? With my mind. And when you're dreaming, who is dreaming? Do you think it's you? I'm proud of all the great work that you've done with your life ever since you left my house and made a life of your own. I'm proud of you. But since your existence is fundamentally immaterial, how will you make yourselves more material, more concrete, more condensed? And as you work on this conundrum of condensation, it will become very apparent to you that the more you condense, the more you consolidate your sentience into the particular form of your identity, and the more inevitable it will become that you will die. So the choice is up to you. Do you want to become more mundane and more entrenched in this physical reality of mortality? Or would you like to remain so close to your origin as a quaffed being and never condense or avoid it to the best of your ability? Would you like to remain in the clouds, which is where you float to every night when you close your eyes? Can you feel me quaffing you into existence and out of existence right now? The bardo of being and becoming? And ask yourself, If I have emanated 7.34 billion tulpas, otherwise known as human beings, and they are quaffing in and out of being and becoming moment to moment to moment, who am I? And why do you take it for granted that you, as a tulpa, are not quaffing other tulpas in and out of existence every moment? The bardos of being and becoming. The exit and entrance of being and becoming moment to moment. You are not just a tulpa, for I am also a tulpa. I am constantly quaffing you and every other human being into existence every moment. And you are constantly doing the same. Which then inspires the next question. How many beings are quaffing how many beings into being? Right now.